Good morning, America. Hurricane Melissa's wrath bracing for a food crisis, and the Blue Jays bounce back. Breaking overnight, Hurricane Melissa making landfall again, this time in Cuba. Now, the monster storm taking aim at the Bahamas after devastating Jamaica, coming ashore as a powerful Category 5 storm with winds of 185 miles an hour. Ripping roofs off homes, destroying schools, torrents of floodwaters unleashed. Neighborhoods underwater. Now, the urgent search and rescue operations underway. Our Ike Ajachi is on the ground.
Growing pressure on the government shutdown. For the first time in 60 years, the critical SNAP food assistance program just days away from running out of money, as more than 24 states sue the administration over the benefits, while food banks see a surge.
More U.S. airstrikes on alleged drug boats in the Pacific Ocean. 4 vessels hit, at least 14 people killed. This morning, what the president said about possible land strikes overnight.
Playing with house money. The new lawsuit targeting Grammy-winning rapper Drake over his betting posts.
Gambling online is just, it's a wherever, whenever kind of thing.
What he's accused of doing, creating the so-called Drake effect.
Secret food savings.
This is everything I got from Too Good to Go.
With millions set to lose federal benefits, the apps and grocery stores that can help your family score major meal deals. From restaurants to supermarket staples, and how to stretch what you already have in your fridge with help from AI.
Plus, how artificial intelligence is leading to a shopping revolution. The new deal bringing PayPal to ChatGPT. How it can be a game changer for small businesses.
Striking back. Strike 3. Shohei and LA fall short as the Blue Jays bounce back after losing that wild extra inning marathon.
It is gone. Vlad Jr. gives the Jays the lead.
Vlad Jr. believes.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. As you can see, the World Series is all tied up again. Great game last night. We have a lot of news to get to this morning.
Yeah, we're going to start with that Hurricane Melissa. It's moving across Cuba this morning as a Category 3 storm. Max sustained winds 115 miles an hour already cut a path of destruction across Jamaica.
It's the strongest hurricane on record hit that island. Rescue operations are underway right now. The U.S. State Department now providing emergency relief. Ginger is standing by with more on where the storm is heading next. But first, let's go to Ike Ajachi, who's on the scene for us there in Jamaica. Good morning, Ike.
Good morning, Robin. One of the biggest issues here in Jamaica from Hurricane Melissa are landslides. We just came from the top of the Jamaican Blue Mountains, and the damage there is extensive. Downed power lines, debris all over the road, cars completely destroyed, and communities completely cut off from the rest of Kingston.
Overnight, Hurricane Melissa making landfall in Cuba. After lashing into Jamaica, the Prime Minister declaring the entire island a disaster area. One of the most powerful on record to make landfall in the entire Atlantic Basin. Winds up to 185 miles per hour, destroying homes and schools. Residents and 25,000 tourists riding out the worst of it. And now urgent search and rescue operations underway after the monster storm unleashing torrents of floodwaters and life-threatening surge. Jamaican officials saying St. Elizabeth Parish is underwater. 75 patients had to be moved from a hospital after it lost power and sustained damage to the roof. The infrastructure is severely compromised, with more than 500,000 Jamaicans without power. That's about 77% of the island. Officials saying conditions have gotten substantially worse.
Their homes were damaged, and they have come to seek refuge.
Many Americans vacationing on the island left with nowhere to turn.
They've grounded every single flight.
Now, the good news is help is on the way. The Miami Heat, in coordination with the Mickey and Madeline Arison Family Foundation and the Carnival Corporation, have announced a joint $1 million donation for Jamaica's recovery efforts from Hurricane Melissa. Guys?
All right, Ike, thank you for that. See all the damage behind you. And it's going to Ginger now with the latest on the track and timing. And Ginger's headed to to the Bahamas.
Yes, so Melissa's moving faster now. It's still over Cuba. It made another landfall in Cuba just after 3 a.m. early this morning. So you can see 115 mile per hour winds. It made that landfall just west of Santiago de Cuba. It will move off in the next hour or two, and then we'll take the future cast through here and see when the Bahamas has the most impact. So we stopped the clock right there at about 7 p.m., where it has already made its way past Long Island, and I think they'll take a lot of this storm. Crooked Island, too, will be on that right side, so storm surge could be considerable. But on top of surge, and of course the big waves and surf, you've got the Bahamas and Cuba with an additional half foot of rain. So anything you've ever had going to push these rivers and landslide potential even higher. Then that track takes it all the way to the north and east, and looks like even as a Cat 1 passes just west of Bermuda, so they could see some of those outer bands, because as this goes north and east, it will expand. So we might see some of that before we lose it. We're done, George, with Melissa by the weekend.
Okay, Ginger, thanks very much. We're going to get the latest now on President Trump's visit to Asia. He's in South Korea this morning, where he met with that country's leader, set to meet tomorrow with China's president, aiming to hammer out a trade deal. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is traveling with the president. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you from here in South Korea. This is the last stop on the president's tour across to Asia. 21 world leaders are gathering here for the APEC summit, but much of that overshadowed by the president's meeting with Chinese President Xi tomorrow. And this morning, he's optimistic a trade war can be averted.
Overnight, President Trump touching down in South Korea, greeted with the YMCA on the tarmac. Korean President Lee lavishing Trump with gifts, including a replica of a golden crown, and awarding him with the Grand Order of Mungumwa, South Korea's highest honor. This is the president's final stop in Asia ahead of his high-stakes meeting with Chinese President Xi tomorrow.
We're going to be, I hope, making a deal. I think we're going to have a deal. I think it'll be a good deal for both.
If no deal is reached, the president warned he would slap an additional 100% tariff on Chinese imports by Saturday. A move that would escalate the trade war and raise prices on everything from clothes to electronics. The administration says the potential deal would cover fentanyl and tariffs and include a pledge by China to resume buying American agriculture like soybeans. It would also loosen restrictions on China's sale of rare earth minerals, critical for making smartphones and cars. As the president touted his tariff policy in Asia, he made headlines for refusing to rule out a third term. But back in Washington, even some of his closest allies, like House Speaker Mike Johnson, making it clear that's not possible under the U.S. Constitution.
It's been a great run, but I think the president knows, and he and I have talked about the constrictions of the Constitution.
Johnson saying he spoke with the president about it. And hours later, President Trump on board Air Force One, conceding he's not allowed to run.
And I would say that if you read it, it's pretty clear I'm not allowed to run. It's too bad. I missed him. But we have a lot of great people.
The president has been trying to finalize the details of trade deals while here in Asia. And South Korea just announced moments ago that the United States agreed to lower its tariff on autos from 25% to 15%. South Korea also says they do plan to invest $350 billion in the United States. Michael.
Yeah, we're all wondering if it will. All right, thank you so much for that, Rachel. We're going to turn now to the deepening impact of the government shutdown. Day 29, both sides under growing pressure to end the stalemate with 42 million Americans set to lose food assistance benefits. Jay Bryant is on Capitol Hill for us with the latest. Good morning, Jay.
Yeah, Michael, good morning. Despite that mounting pressure on Congress to end this shutdown, the Senate failing to pass a funding bill for the 13th time yesterday. Vice President J.D. Vance up here on Capitol Hill, meeting with Republican senators, encouraging them to stay unified and saying he believes the administration has found a way to cover the paychecks of U.S. troops and pay stubs that will come due at the end of the week. Meantime, SNAP, that critical food assistance program, is set to run out of money in just days for the first time in its more than 60-year history. More than 24 Democratic states have now sued the Trump administration over the USDA's reversal. That agency now saying it doesn't legally believe it can use emergency funds to cover SNAP during this shutdown. Back here on the Hill, Democrats remain dug in, saying that they're fighting for an extension of Obamacare tax credits and to prevent premiums from skyrocketing for some 20 million Americans. And even some Republicans feeling the heat on this health care issue, too. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene saying that in a heated exchange on a GOP conference call yesterday, she confronted Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, saying that she has no respect for the fact that the House has been out on recess for more than 5 weeks now, and saying she demanded to know what the Republican plan for health care is. Robin.
All right, JR, thanks to you. And as lawmakers fight over opening the government, there is increasing concern among furloughed federal workers and people who rely on food assistance. Victor Oquendo is at a food bank warehouse in Pembroke Park, Florida, with more. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Robin. It is another busy morning here at Feeding South Florida headquarters. These pallets of food, everything from dry goods to fresh produce like bananas and oranges, all ready to be set up, loaded up onto these trucks and sent out to those in need. Between the government shutdown and those SNAP benefits expiring, they're ramping up operations.
This morning, with SNAP benefits set to run out Saturday, 42 million could go hungry across nearly every state. The financial burden of the government shutdown already has many flocking to food banks.
I just hope that they will open soon so we can all get our paychecks and get on with our lives.
In Florida, one food bank set up a drive specifically for government employees affected by the shutdown. Hundreds lining up. Feeding South Florida President and CEO Paco Velez says the lengthy shutdown will only prolong the pain, especially for those who receive food assistance.
A lot of these folks are going to be not receiving benefits, not receiving funding, so they'll be in a world of hurt.
Now some have resorted to unconventional methods to help, like TikTok influencer Kelsey Martin taking advantage of Halloween, putting out non-perishable goods like ramen and microwavable meals for trick-or-treaters in need.
There's a lot of shame and embarrassment that comes with needing help, and we kind of wanted to just make this, if you need it, take it. If not, that's okay.
But the community support is not enough for many, and the demand for action from elected officials still remains at the forefront.
Meet in the middle. Shake some hands. All you got to do is go across the aisle and shake a hand. That's my message. Figure it out.
Food banks across the country now bracing for a rush of people in the coming days. Those federal workers that we spoke with all shared the same sentiment. They are thankful for all of this food, but they feel they should not be in this position in the first place. George.
Okay, Victor, thanks. Now to more U.S. airstrikes on alleged drug boats in the Pacific Ocean. 4 vessels hit, at least 14 people killed amid questions about the evidence of wrongdoing and the legality of the strikes. Chief Global Affairs anchor Martha Raddatz has the latest. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, George. These strikes have been relentless, with the Pentagon now announcing the single deadliest day of strikes on boats they say are smuggling drugs. 4 boats destroyed by U.S. missiles, 2 of the boats side by side in the Eastern Pacific when they were hit, 14 people dead, and no evidence offered to the public that these are indeed drug boats. And overnight, President Trump making his clearest threat yet for land strikes. The president claiming they have completely stopped drugs coming in by the sea and saying they will now stop the drugs coming in by land if necessary, adding it will probably be necessary. Alarms have already been sounded on the Hill from both sides of the aisle. This will almost certainly make those alarms sound even louder. Robin?
It most certainly will. Martha, thank you. Now to the Middle East, where Israel's ceasefire with Hamas is under pressure. Our chief foreign correspondent, Ian Pannell, is tracking the latest for us. Good morning to you, Ian.
Yeah, good morning to you, Robin. Israeli warplanes launching large-scale attacks on Gaza overnight after accusing Hamas of violating the US-brokered ceasefire. Prime Minister Netanyahu notifying President Trump of his plans. The IDF says it struck what it calls terror targets and terrorists, but Gaza's civil defense accusing Israeli forces of killing more than 100 people, including at least 30 children. Israel launching attacks after accusing Hamas of shooting at its troops, killing 1 soldier and failing to return the bodies of the remaining 13 hostages. But Hamas is adamant it did not shoot at IDF soldiers and insists it's working hard to retrieve the bodies, something the US and others have also agreed is just going to take time. The attacks lasted about 15 hours, and the IDF says the ceasefire has now resumed. But make no mistake, this was the most serious threat to Trump's deal so far, as the US and others push hard for the next phase of the agreement to be put into place. Michael?
And I'm sure they are pushing hard for that, Ian. Thank you. We're going to turn now to President Trump's social media company, announcing it will soon launch a prediction betting marketplace, allowing users to place bets on Truth Social. Elizabeth Schulze is in Washington with more for us on this. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Michael. President Trump's family business is now expanding into the betting markets. The Trump media company announcing that Truth Social users will be able to trade prediction contracts related to major events and milestones like political elections, interest and inflation rate changes, commodity prices on gold and oil, and events across all major sports leagues. Prediction markets have been booming in popularity since the 2024 election, and they are mostly unregulated, which has already raised red flags with some regulators. How this works is that you are betting betting against other people online instead of placing the bet at a sports book, for example. And in this case, people will get paid out in cryptocurrency, the latest example of Trump's family business deepening ties in that space. As his administration has rolled back crypto enforcement, the family business has reportedly generated hundreds of millions of dollars from their own crypto ventures. The White House denies any conflict of interest, but ethics experts point to the reality that foreign governments or investors can easily put money into these ventures and could expect something in return. George.
And that has been happening. Okay, Elizabeth, thanks very much. Turning on the World Series, Blue Jays bounced back from their 18-inning loss that tied the series with the Dodgers. Trevor Ault is at Dodger Stadium. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, George. And these teams had to have been exhausted after Monday night's 6.5-hour Game 3. They got through Game 4 in a tidy 2 hours and 59 minutes. This was largely a pitcher's duel that the Blue Jays cracked open late. And once again, the World Series is even.
And the Blue Jays have tied this series up.
Overnight, the Toronto Blue Jays with a resounding Game 4 victory, evening up the World Series at 2 games apiece.
Varsho's in to score, and it's 3-1.
The LA crowd packed with celebrities, LeBron James and Brad Pitt on hand, following Monday's marathon 18-inning Game 3, Shohei Ohtani taking the mound for the Dodgers.
Strikes out the side in the fourth.
But at the plate, Ohtani was no match for Jays starting pitcher Shane Bieber, who struck out the superstar twice, only giving up 1 hit in 5 innings.
Strike 3.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming in clutch with an early 2-run homer.
It is gone. Vlad Jr. gives the Jays the lead.
He now has the most postseason home runs in Blue Jays history. Toronto then taking advantage of the Dodgers' worn-down bullpen, opening up a big lead in the 7th inning.
Pass Mookie Betts, and it's 6-1.
Blue Jays fans nearly 2,500 miles away back in Toronto erupting inside the Rogers Center, and the 9th inning effort from the Dodgers falling far too short, the Blue Jays winning 6-2.
I believe in this team, man. This team is so special.
And there is still no rest for these two teams. Game 5 tonight here at Dodger Stadium. Their 3rd game in a row, and we are seeing a rematch of the pitching matchup that we saw in Game 1. Blake Snell for the Dodgers, Trey Savage for the Toronto Blue Jays. The winner will head back to Toronto with a 3-2 series lead. Guys.
Well, what a series so far, Trevor. Thank you so much for that. And coming up, Grammy-winning rapper Drake is facing a new lawsuit over his gambling posts. Aaron Katersky is standing by with what Drake is accused of and about the so-called Drake effect.
Also had secret food savings with SNAP benefits set to run out for millions of Americans. We have the apps to help you score meal deals.
And how AI is to change the way we shop.
Coming up, the new technology offering hope for those paralyzed to walk again. It's part of our series, Augmented Humanity. Coming up.
Robert Irwin's scary good tango last night as Dancing with the Stars celebrated Halloween night. Going to have much more on what happened in the ballroom coming up in Pop News, including the latest on Elaine Hendricks' health.
First new at 7:30, the White House has fired members of a commission that was set to review President Trump's plan to build a $300 million ballroom. An official says they'll choose new members more aligned with Trump's policies. Also this morning, the NYPD released surveillance images of 2 men disguised as construction workers and a getaway driver who took cash and jewelry worth more than $3 billion from a home in Queens.
And a new Dr. Seuss book will be published next year. The newly discovered manuscript featuring a cat in the hat is called Sing the 50 United States, and it aims to teach young readers, the names of the states. Its publication coincides with America's 250th anniversary. Great idea.
Yeah.
Good to see they found that manuscript. And now we're going to go to a new lawsuit against rapper Drake, who's being sued for allegedly promoting an illegal and fraudulent gambling scheme. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky is here with the latest. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning, Michael. Drake is known for posting online about gambling with huge sums. Now a new lawsuit accuses the rapper of betting with house money while others lost their own.
God's plan. God's plan.
When Drake is not making music, the rap superstar boasts on social media he's making millions through online gambling.
Gambling online is just, it's a wherever, whenever kind of thing. You know, I've gambled at a restaurant, I've gambled on a plane.
This morning, a new lawsuit accuses the rapper of glamorizing online gambling while misleading fans, some of them teenagers.
Gambling on Stake is on the low.
Drake has a partnership with the online casino Stake. When he posts about placing big bets, the lawsuit says it's not his money, but house money. So any reported losses are part of a marketing tactic designed to draw attention. The lawsuit was filed by a Missouri man who claims he lost money on Stake because of deceptive practices by Drake, online influencer Aiden Ross, and Stake. The platform markets itself as a social casino that does not offer actual gambling. But the lawsuit says Stake's virtual casino chips, known as gold coins, come with a bonus of Stake cash that can be redeemed for cryptocurrency, making Stake real and highly addictive gambling. Stake is all over Drake's Instagram account.
Moneyline, 600,000.
His 142 million followers can watch him wager enormous sums, creating what the lawsuit calls the Drake effect, boosting Stake's popularity among younger, impressionable audiences who admire his lifestyle. Drake's role as Stake's unofficial mascot is quietly corrosive, the lawsuit says. He's glamorizing the platform to millions of impressionable fans, many of whom treat his wild betting habits like gospel.
The civil complaint here is for violations of Missouri gambling law and other typical civil remedies that may or may not be influenced by how many people have access to it or how Drake goes about advertising the product.
Now, we reached out to all of the defendants named in the lawsuit. None of them returned calls for comment. The lawsuit was filed the same time Drake posted a video showing him with a $1 million balance in his Stake account. So he's pretty serious about this stuff.
Okay. Very much so. Thank you, Aaron. We're going to the latest now on the Federal Reserve expected to cut a key interest rate this afternoon, lowering costs for borrowers. Elizabeth Schultze back with the details. Good morning again, Elizabeth.
Good morning again, George. This is a critical decision by the Federal Reserve for anyone with credit card debt or for businesses taking out new loans. The Fed is expected to cut interest rates by 1/4 point this afternoon for the second time this year. Here's a snapshot of where borrowing costs stand right now. The average credit card rate is still near a record high 20%. A new 60-month car loan, 7.1%, and the 30-year fixed mortgage rate just hit the lowest level in a year at 6.13%. The typical rule is that if you're able to drop a full percentage point off your mortgage rate, it is a good time to refinance. The path forward from here for the Fed isn't so clear. It's lowering rates now because it wants to stimulate hiring in the slowing job market, but inflation still above the Fed's target. It might be reluctant to keep cutting in the months ahead. Lower interest rates do mean that you are not earning as much on your money in the bank, but there are still some high-yield savings accounts right now offering returns upward of 4%, guys.
All right, Elizabeth, thank you. Now on GMA, SNAP benefits are about to expire for 42 million Americans as the government shutdown drags on. Janae Norman is here with ways to save on pantry staples and the food apps that are offering some big deals. We need to hear this. Good morning, Janae.
Absolutely need to hear this, Robin. How about $45 worth of food for just $10? Times like these, that's more necessary than ever. So many Americans finding ways to save dollars, now using apps to cut back costs any way they can.
This is everything I got from Too Good To Go.
This morning, as many people look for ways to save on groceries, many are turning to apps that can help reduce food waste while also helping consumers find food at a heavily discounted price. One of those apps is Too Good To Go, where stores, bakeries, and restaurants in major cities across the U.S. will list surprise bags that contain surplus goods for a lower cost.
This bag was $7.99.
Users taking to social media to share some of the treasures they found in those surprise bags.
I got Too Good To Go from Whole Foods. Let's open it together.
Flash Food is an app that offers surplus food, primarily produce, meat, eggs, and dairy from grocery stores. Major partnerships include Kroger and Meijer.
All you have to do is download the app and you get to browse the deals near you.
The company telling GMA its #1 selling item on the app is a 10-pound box of mixed fresh fruits and vegetables sold for just $5. And when it comes to minimizing food waste, the app Oh a Potato uses the power of AI to scan the items currently inside your refrigerator to generate meal recipes.
It's so important for shoppers to look for creative ways to save. I do also recommend if you're going to the grocery store to have a little bit more of an open mind. You can shop around sales and plan your menu accordingly rather than going to the store with very specific ideas in mind and then paying full price.
So, guys, as we've seen the reports about SNAP set to run out of funds, this is more needed than ever. The reporting from Jay earlier and Victor inside of one of those food banks. There's so many Americans in need right now, and it seems like the way things are going, it could only get worse.
Yes, we really hope this will help.
Yeah.
Thank you, Janae. Thank you.
Play of the day. We'll read it here.
Sure is, guys. All the highlights from just a delightful experience. You all on Hot Ones Versus. Every moment of this episode was my favorite moment. We showed you a highlight reel yesterday. Now we can show you even more, including the winner. Who gets to bring this home? So grab a glass of milk and tuck into the best anchor team in the business, getting personal and spicy.
It's our favorite anchor team as we've never seen them before.
You know, this whole time I thought he was fake being Greek.
Booty on back.
There you go.
Oh, yes. Even more.
All hot and bothered, thanks to their appearance on Hot Ones Versus.
What city has the worst football fans?
I'd rather take a wing from a chicken because that's what the Eagles are. Just a big chicken.
The YouTube show where you take the heat.
Rank these retired NFL players by their broadcasting ability. Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, Richard Sherman, Tony Romo. Is he going to answer? Is he going to take the wing?
Or get out of the kitchen.
I can answer it, but I won't.
Oh, that was a big bite.
I'm going to say some are good, some have potential, and some have reached their full potential, and it ain't good. If you could trade anyone from Good Morning America for a member of another morning show, who would it be?
So I will take one for my team. Never doubt that I love you back there. Never doubt it.
That's a pretty good bite. There you go.
Oh, the tongue. The tongue. Oh my gosh.
Yep, there we go. Hit you.
Next question. What's the worst dish you've ever had to pretend to enjoy because you were on the air and
Oh, that's so easy.
You were gonna. Well, what if this person has to come back on the show?
I don't know who cooked it, but I remember the dish. It was this 40-layer Super Bowl bean dip. It was so disgusting. And it was like this tall. If you're gonna make me eat it, I'll eat it, so go ahead.
Oh, see there?
Why'd your face do that?
Because it's
The wings proving no match for GMA's celebrity know-how.
Does anything for money.
Shaq.
Little dude.
Little dude.
Kevin Very funny.
A woman.
Oh, Lady Gaga.
Funny guy. Bad dresser.
Well, Adam Sandler. George, we think about the same thing with a lot of people I see.
The winner ultimately determined by a tongue-twisting speed round.
Sea fish surgeon Silly Sally has died, but not before reminding us all to imagine an imaginary menagerie manager managing an imaginary menagerie.
Well done, George. Well done.
I never want to see another wing again.
You can take it home.
Excellent stuff all around. I'm going to have.
That was fun.
Do you mind passing this down to George? No, you can't keep it. It's for George. Way to go, George. The winner of Hot Ones Versus. And, you know, you guys are my role models. You're my friends. And I would do anything that you did. So I brought some wings if I could do my own.
We would love
Hot One Versus me.
Is it a 10, though? Is it a 10?
I don't know. Someone told me that the thing was called World Destroyer.
Oh.
It's 11? Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like spice at all.
Well, good luck.
Okay, I'll go big.
Okay. That was decent size. Have a bite of the other one.
The other one? The
Yeah, that one right there.
Get
Talk amongst yourselves. That was a great experience.
Yeah.
I wish you had a milkshake.
Yeah, the milkshake's a good way to go.
Milkshake helps more than milk. We just want you to know that.
Yeah, you got a little on the side.
You don't like spicy food.
Not at all.
Okay.
Are you feeling it?
This is fine, though. I think they were nice to me. They called it World Destroyer.
Answer this question. Okay, so you can read the prompter now. Right?
Okay.
I'm just making sure. If not, I'm going to help you.
If you want to check out the full episode of Hot Ones Versus, you can go to the First We Feast YouTube channel. George.
What's happening here? What's going on?
It catches up to you.
Yeah, you're not getting any.
It's a late arrival.
Right.
Is what's going on. It was a little delayed onset spice, but you guys were so great. I was talking to the winner last night. That's George. He was just a delight. You guys were so great. The chemistry was awesome.
Fun. It was fun.
fun.
It was really fun.
And a shout out to the crew there and the producers of that show.
Yes.
They are stellar. They really made it.
You see why it's such a success.
Yeah, it really is.
It's getting worse.
We got time.
Bring this man a milkshake.
Yeah, here we go. Cheers. Way to go.
We're going to take one for the team again, Will. Hey, coming up, some of your favorite deals and steals from over the years. Savings up to 71% off.
Give me the milk. You don't get any more milk. Let's see how that works with no milk. Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Hurricane Melissa making landfall again, this time in Cuba. Now, the monster storm taking aim at the Bahamas after devastating Jamaica, coming ashore as a powerful Category 5 storm with winds of 185 miles an hour, ripping roofs off homes, destroying schools. Now, the urgent search and rescue operations underway.
New hope.
Wow.
I'm almost as tall as you now.
Whoa.
The new technology for people who are paralyzed, helping them walk again. Will Reeves shows how it works, the added health benefits,
It's an opportunity that I never thought I was going to have again in my life.
and what it means for the future.
Plus, some of our most memorable moments with some of the biggest stars.
Good morning, America.
From backstage at the Oscars
I'll be waiting.
Oh my God!
to in-studio shenanigans.
They gave my job up that quick.
Did y'all tell him?
As we count down to our 50th birthday and say,
Good morning!
Good morning, America!
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. It's great to have you with us. Look like we have some memories. I want to remember some that we probably don't want to remember. And one thing we are always happy about, Tori Johnson.
Yeah.
She's here, and she's back celebrating 50 years of GMA with some of your favorite deals from over the years, from skincare to hair care to cookware, a little bit of everything.
Also had how AI is set to change the way we shop. Rebecca Jarvis will have the latest on that.
First look at the top stories breaking at 8. We start with Hurricane Melissa. Strongest hurricane on record hit Jamaica. Rescue operations underway right now. The U.S. State Department is providing emergency relief. I want to go back to Ike Ajachi on the scene. Good morning, Ike.
Hey, good morning, George. One of the biggest issues we're seeing here in Jamaica are landslides. Listen, we just came back from the top of the Jamaican Blue Mountains, and the damage there is extensive. I'm talking about down power lines, communities completely filled with dirt and debris, cars that are destroyed, and communities cut off from the rest of Kingston.
Overnight, Hurricane Melissa making landfall in Cuba. After lashing into Jamaica, the Prime Minister declaring the entire island a disaster area. One of the most powerful on record to make landfall in the entire Atlantic Basin. Winds up to 185 miles per hour, destroying homes and schools. Residents and 25,000 tourists riding out the worst of it. And now urgent search and rescue operations underway after the monster storm unleashing torrents of floodwaters and life-threatening surge. Jamaican officials saying St. Elizabeth Parish is underwater. 75 patients had to be moved from a hospital after it lost power and sustained damage to the roof. The infrastructure is severely compromised, with more than 500,000 Jamaicans without power. That's about 77% of the island. Officials saying conditions have gotten substantially worse.
Their homes were damaged, and they have come to seek refuge.
Many Americans vacationing on the island left with nowhere to turn.
They've grounded every single flight.
Now, there is a silver lining here. Help is on the way. The Miami Heat, in conjunction with the Mickey and Madeline Allison Family Foundation and the Carnival Corporation, are donating $1 million to Jamaica to help recover from Hurricane Melissa. Robin?
They certainly could use that. All right, Ike, thank you. We're going to turn now to jury deliberations in the case of the former Illinois sheriff's deputy accused of killing Sonia Massey in her home after she called 911 for help. Matt Rivers has traveled to Chicago and is there with the latest. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Robin. The fate of Sean Grayson now in the hands of a jury. 9 women, 3 men set to enter their second day of deliberations in a case that has, of course, stirred powerful emotions in the victims' family members who say they won't speak publicly until after a verdict is reached. Sonia Massey and family and the jury have had to view that hard-to-watch body camera footage and listen to the defendant's own testimony in court. Grayson testified he thought Massey was threatening him with a pot of boiling water. The video shows Massey appearing to pour that water into her sink. Then after Grayson tells her to move away from the water, she says, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Grayson then threatens to shoot her. Massey apologizes, ducks behind a counter, and covers her face. At that point, Grayson fires. In closing arguments, Grayson's lawyer said his client believed Massey's words were a threat and her own actions led to her death. The prosecutor countered that Grayson let his emotions dictate what happened that night in Massey's kitchen. Publicity and protests over the white deputy's killing of a black woman led the judge to move the trial from Springfield, 80 miles north, to Peoria. Grayson admits to shooting Massey, but says he did so out of self-defense. If convicted in this case, he faces between 45 years to life in prison. Michael?
All right, thank you, Matt. We sure you'll bring us the jury's decision. Thank you so much for that. We're going to turn now to AI and shopping and a new deal that makes it easier to buy when using ChatGPT. Chief Business Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis has the details. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, Michael. Hey, guys. And imagine this. You have a personal shopper right in your pocket. It knows exactly what you like. It can seamlessly check you out. Well, that is what ChatGPT and PayPal are hoping to do with this alliance using artificial intelligence.
This morning, artificial intelligence transforming the way we shop, with PayPal and OpenAI teaming up to offer users instant checkout starting next year right inside ChatGPT. Plus, tens of millions of PayPal merchants, including small businesses, will be able to sell within ChatGPT.
Not only is it going to help discoverability, but it's also going to teach people what our product does, how it works, and make the checkout process seamless.
For Evan Van Auken, the founder and CEO of Scorchmarker, an American craft company, the partnership is a game changer.
I'm a huge believer in making things convenient, and this eliminates like 3 or 4 steps in the process, and for us that's huge. It'll increase conversion rates, it'll help us sell more and serve more people.
And while PayPal is the first payments wallet within ChatGPT, OpenAI has announced partnerships with Etsy, Shopify, and Walmart, letting their customers complete purchases inside the app.
The way that the American consumer and consumers in general are searching for their merchandise is shifting away from Google and our regular search engines to platforms like ChatGPT. So having the ability to not only search for items, but to pay for them on the spot in a safe manner really is not only great for the consumer, but also really great for small businesses and enterprise businesses as well.
That's a really important point here, and it seems like every day we're seeing these headlines about artificial intelligence being used in new ways, new partnerships. Guys, we've only scratched the surface here, but as you just heard there from Heath Herzog, the old way of doing this, you Google something, and then you eventually follow the prompts and go to your checkout. Well, the idea here is you would start inside of ChatGPT, as about 800 million people are doing every week, and then you can check out there, and the goal is to make that a seamless experience, but also a trustworthy experience.
Trustworthy.
Which is so key.
Yeah, that's the key word right there. All right, Becca, thank you,
Rebecca. Coming up on our GMA Morning Menu, the new technology offering hope for those paralyzed to walk again.
Also ahead, Dancing with the Stars giving fans all treats and no tricks for Halloween night, and what the eliminated couple is saying about their ballroom exit.
Plus, we are counting down, I don't know if you heard, to our 50th birthday. So we'll look at some of our favorite and funniest celebrity interviews over the years. And Tori Johnson is helping us celebrate too. Tori.
That's right, Robin. I have more of your favorite deals and steals from over the years with savings up to 71% off. That's coming up right here on GMA.
"50 years, how many performances here on GMA? Boyz II Men has their hit End of the Road back in 2008. They are going to...
It's still
Well said, yeah. New addition, Tony Braxton joined in. They're talking about their tour. Also going to perform live.
Yeah, the song still hits, right?
It
Still hits. George, I know you want to swing like we do. I know you want. I can feel it, George. Come on, George, just one sway. You won't want to do it, okay? It's my job to get him to dance before I leave GMA everybody. I want you to know that.
One goal.
You got 50 years?
I don't have another 50 years in me. But you're going to do it.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. But until then, we got to go to our GMA cover story, and it's the part of our series, Augmented Humanity. Will Reed is back with a look at a new piece of technology that's offering hope for those paralyzed to walk again. This is amazing, Will. Good morning again.
It sure is, Michael. Hello again. The psychological and spiritual impact of paralysis cannot be overstated. A loss of mobility means a loss of agency, a loss of freedom. But a new device combines hardware and software to restore a level of freedom and possibility for its users, and it could be widely available soon. You got places to go.
I do.
Not long ago for Caroline Laubach, walking seemed impossible because the 22-year-old is paralyzed from the waist down. Caroline from Macungie, Pennsylvania, is a tester for Eve, the world's first self-balancing exoskeleton designed by Wandercraft to work inside and outside the home.
You see this device, it looks like something out of the future. What does it do?
This device helps people get up again, stand up, and walk around.
The exoskeleton is designed to offer hands-free walking independence for those with spinal cord injuries, even stroke survivors. The user directs it to walk forward or back, and because it's self-balancing, it can even go up and down stairs.
It's an opportunity that I never thought I was going to have again in my life.
4 years ago, at age 18, Caroline went into sudden heart failure.
I was on life support for about 2 weeks when I had a spinal stroke, which paralyzed me from the waist down.
She left the hospital with a new heart and a new way forward, a wheelchair.
How has your adjustment to life on that bumpy road been?
It was hard at first. I don't think I really accepted this as being my life for the first 2 years. I think the biggest thing that helped me accept that was finding community in a space where disabled people are not an afterthought.
Wow.
I'm almost as tall as you now.
Whoa.
She controls the exoskeleton with a joystick that allows her to walk and turn, even bend down to pick something up.
Oh, no way.
Oh, yes, way.
Health benefits of Eve include building strength and improving circulation, and the mental, emotional, and even spiritual gains are more far-reaching.
I forget how tall I really am until I'm up and standing in one of the exoskeletons. I'm so used to looking up at people in my day-to-day, and it's nice to be able to talk on the same level.
I would imagine the most quote-unquote normal things that nobody thinks of are the ones that have the most meaning for you.
They do. It's those little simple moments that you really miss the most.
And some promising news here. Medicare has agreed to cover the device. It is expected to be FDA cleared for use in the home by the middle of next year.
Pretty soon, yeah.
Changed a lot of lives.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How do you feel about it?
I feel great. Anyone who gets to regain any sort of freedom in their life, whatever they've gone through, people who get to feel more like themselves through the help of technology.
And like you said, just with the littlest things.
Yeah.
It's the tiny wins that stack up.
I just think about your family foundation.
Yeah.
What you all do.
We're fighting the fight along with folks like Wandercraft.
Yeah. You got it. Well,
And thank you for it.
all right. Now the countdown to our big 50th birthday celebraciones. There have been thousands of celebrity interviews on GMA over the past 5 decades, leading to some of our most memorable and fun moments on the show.
You do feel like you're changing.
Quiet!
In 5.
In 5.
4.
3.
2.
1.
Good morning, America!
Oh, how we love our stars.
Wow!
From Dollywood.
They put me on this pedestal because you're so tall. I'm bigger than you now.
All the way to Hollywood.
Oh my God, fabulous money word. Oh my God, I'm like, LA.
But what exactly is the winning formula for a compelling celebrity interview?
We're here to celebrate
But I'm
you.
trying to interview
I know.
Well, a couple of things, starting with laughter.
wish we could have had a camera on Shaq during the commercial break. That would be better than everything else you've seen in the show, and it is a great show.
A lot of it. Funniest guy I know, hardest worker I know. Yeah. I mean, next to Michael Strahan. I mean,
thank you. You got Robert Pattinson from the Twilight series to write on your book, Betty White is one of the sexiest women in America.
And I didn't pay a nickel for that.
Damn.
Just put Washington.
They gave my job up that quick.
Did y'all tell him?
I feel like I should. Let me just hold these. Let me.
You want that glasses too? All right, yeah.
Oh, wow. It just feels very professional. Okay,
Oh, you got a fan here.
Is he still here?
I'll be waiting.
Oh my God!
I was going to ask you, what are you going to remember about tonight? I think it is.
Throw in some singing and dancing too. A healthy dose of honesty from a star.
Anywhere I could fall asleep.
That never goes out of style either.
How did you sneak in?
being 18 inches tall, I'm often overlooked.
I found that if I couldn't be walking around beautifully like the rest, I could make them laugh.
They wrote me off after Frasier. They wrote me off after Norton. Don't write me off.
Sometimes your voice has a mind of its own. You know, it wants to do other things, you know, when you want it to do what you want it to do.
There's this little voice inside of your head that's going to say, like, I'm going to show them, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to make everybody love me.
And we can't forget those superheroes.
Who spends the most time in hair and makeup?
Lady Hemsworth.
Lady Hemsworth.
Doesn't matter what I can do. I can come out in a Bozo the Clown outfit and I'm still Superman, you know?
Oh, it's Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Or that Clooney.
Oh, the O shot.
Oh.
The O.
That's the one.
Aren't you glad you got to do that? Good Morning America.
Truthfully, even after 50 years, we here at GMA still don't have an answer to just what makes a celebrity interview pop.
Now the back of my dress just popped.
But what do we know for sure?
I met Brad Pitt, y'all. That's right.
Some moments are simply priceless.
Good morning, America. Can I have that?
Yes, you can.
Wow. That was fun.
Do you all get starstruck ever still? Because there's so many that come through here.
I know.
Does it happen?
Yeah, sure. I think so. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That was really cool. Love seeing your dad.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for including him.
That's amazing when you think of Lucille Ball.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
Chad Boseman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The show's a big deal. That's what I took away from that.
For the mouths of babes. Be sure to tune in Monday for our we're just getting started, our big GMA 50 birthday celebration. And thank you at home for allowing us to be in your lives for 50 years. We've got some fun surprises and memorable moments.
You're going to keep the 50th birthday celebration going with deals and steals. Of course, Tori is here, and these are some of the favorites from the past 50 years.
George, first let's acknowledge that it's like, does it take once every 50 years for me to get you? I'm so excited. I know, we've done that before, but still. All right, Elemis. This is a fan favorite. Everybody loves Elemis for skincare. We've got the dynamic resurfacing peel pads that are a big winner. This little one right here, their Pro Collagen Marine Cream. They sell one every 13 seconds worldwide of this moisturizer, so like that's a big deal. Our viewers buy a lot of those, I should say. And then their cleansing balm is phenomenal. They've created this really great, what they call their superhero set for us. Everything from Elemis, 50 to 71% off, plus 2 best words.
Free shipping.
Yes. You do pay attention. You do pay attention to
hair care.
Hair care. All right, so if we want to get those gorgeous locks, we've got a couple of bestsellers from Chi. This one right here, 31,000 positive reviews, and that's for curls and waves. For somebody who wants that smooth, silky, straight hair, we've got the blow dry brush right here. We also have a huge assortment of their hair care. So depending on what your issues are, volume, shine, anything in between, they've got a solution for you, all 50% off from Chi.
Excellent.
All right, moving into the kitchen. These geometry towels, feel how great these feel.
Yeah, they're great, they're soft.
They're really soft. It's a waffle weave construction. Beautiful patterns, unbelievably absorbent, so they're a really great alternative to disposable paper towels. So it's got that eco element, but then they also look beautiful. So we've got their dish towels as well as, for the first time, little dish cloths, which we've never had before. All 50% off, $5 to $9.
And all recyclable.
You got it. You got it.
Some cookware?
Some cookware. All right, so this is any day. What's fabulous about this is this one piece can go, you can prepare the food, you could put it in a microwave, you could then serve it, store it, reheat it, you could do everything in just one dish. So it's really smart for that, because a lot of times to do all those things, you've got to change dishes. And then we also have from them, these are really great, these are little freezer trays, and you can do a lot of things in that. Sal uses them to make coffee ice cubes. Yeah, coffee ice cubes, but you could do perfect portion control with storing soups that you put in the freezer. You can also bake mini muffins in them or make peanut butter cups.
You can bake in this?
Yes, you can bake in it too. Pretty fabulous. Look at that. You learn something new in deals. Everything's 50% off from any day. Vionic.
I've heard of these,
yes, always a favorite. See, I do know you're paying attention. Even when you're on the couch, you're listening to us. I love that, George.
I'm looking for that free shipping.
There you go. So from Vionic, you get comfort, stability. These are designed to go the long haul. They're always a favorite, Vionic. I can't say enough about this. So 50% off plus, you get it on this one.
Free shipping.
Yes!
Learning those lines.
Yes. All right, and then finally, this might be one of the most impactful deals we've ever done, the Knockbox. This stands for next of kin, and it's designed if somebody said immediately, I need your mortgage statement, your will, your medical directives, your bank statements, I want to know where your storage facilities, you've got all that information kind of all over the place. This is a system that helps you with these worksheets to get it all in one place, so that when your family needs it most and you're not there to help, this is going to be the solution, and it's all 50% off.
Oh, that is great. Thank you, Tori.
Thank you.
We partner with these companies on all of these great products. You can get them at gmadeals.com. That QR code on the screen takes you there. And Tori, of course, is going to have more GMA 50 deals tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up inside the ballroom on Halloween night.
I made it a point never to be the one talking about what I was wearing, but there's a story to be told. Now we can talk about the fun stuff.
Michelle Obama.
We brought the glitter, we brought the glam, we brought the gold sequin boots.
Oh, are you talking about the boots that broke the internet?
Yeah, that's...
Come on now.
She's been turning heads and making headlines over her style for years.
I remember it was the first time that Barack Obama was addressing Congress, and you wore a sleeveless dress.
Yeah.
And people went berserk.
You know, if somebody wants to go after a woman, the first thing they do is go after our looks, our size, our physical being.
Now Sunday night on ABC, she's giving fashion, she's giving style, she's giving secrets.
I think you are spilling the beans. You are really taking us behind the scenes.
And this First Lady is spilling all the tea on her most talked about looks.
Was there ever a misstep? Was there ever a fashion, can you take us into...
Michelle Obama and Robin Roberts.
It's been 8 years since you were there as First Lady.
Let's remind people. We've been out for almost a decade, y'all.
The all-new special. And what led to this?
Wow, I'm gonna get you for that.
Michelle Obama.
Let's do a fit check right now.
Okay. All right.
The style, the power, the look. Sunday night on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
She's really enjoying this chapter of her life, and her book is absolutely beautiful. And we did it at Marymount in Virginia and surprised some design students. And she was very intentional in the designers that she selected, like Jason Wu, really put them on the map, and they were very appreciative. And she was, again, very intentional with her looks. And I remember when sitting down to interview her back in the day as First Lady, she shied away from talking about fashion and style because she wanted to focus on Let's Move, the initiatives that she was working on. But I can't wait for you to see it all. And I'm going to share that with you. And I'll give you a first look, though, tomorrow morning right here on GMA. And then the full special is on Sunday. But right now, you know what time it is? It is time for Pop News.
That's a tough act to follow, but I think I can do it.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Shall we
Yeah, you
start?
can.
Okay. We will begin with a few tricks and a lot of treats because Dancing with the Stars celebrated Halloween night in the ballroom, delivering some scary good dances with two-time mirror ball champ Cheryl Burke. She returned to the show as a guest judge. Here's the recap. At the top of the leaderboard, we've got Alex Earl, who has been crushing it, per Amanda, who's been watching. That's where I get my DWTS info. She's with her partner, Val, with a tango to Billie Eilish. It's followed closely by Robert Irwin and his partner, Whitney. They had an Argentine tango that earned them their first 10s of the season. And then Elaine Hendricks brought the ballroom to its feet despite suffering a rib injury from last week's performance. Her rehearsal footage was the officially judged performance. Thankfully, doctors, though, have cleared her to perform next week. But of course, one couple, as they always do, had to go home. And last night, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Jen Affleck and her partner Jan said goodbye.
No!
Yes. Here's what Jen had to say about her time on the show.
Going into this journey 8 weeks postpartum, it was not easy. It was really hard. A lot of people doubted me, but I'm just proud of myself and excited to tell my kids about this journey in the future. And I'm also, just grateful that I was able to inspire so many moms and let them know, like, if I can do it, they can do it too.
Yeah, plenty to be proud of there, Jen and Jan. Way to go.
Yeah, how you talking about Amanda, giving you, it's Amber with me.
Yeah.
Jan going out in tears.
That was
in tears?
big.
In tears.
Also,
because he danced with Taylor Swift.
Right.
So
that's
it all comes back.
But I have to say,
Jordan Childs was underscored. I'm just going to say.
Okay.
So
We've
there's
got
my take.
An official review coming from Ginger later.
Michael, do you have anything to say?
Nope.
That's good, because I have to do this read anyway. Next week is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame night, and you can watch Dancing with the Stars every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern here on ABC and streaming on Disney+. Let's put DWTS to bed for a second because we do have to put on our mystery-solving caps or whatever you like to wear for a crime-solving caper because we are headed back to the Only Murders in the Building. Well, actually, maybe it'll be a castle. The show has officially been renewed for season 6, but this time around, course. This time around, our favorite true crime podcasting trio will be across the pond in London. No word yet on a premiere date or any guest stars, but with the show's track record, we can assume and anticipate another star-studded season. If you need to catch up on what's already aired, you can binge all 10 episodes of Only Murders in the Building Season 5 on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
All right.
It's a great show.
Yeah,
now they're going international.
Congrats on season 6.
Congratulations in advance. And congratulations to all of you, because you know what time of year it is. We're still 2 days away from Halloween, but Mariah Carey's hit All I Want for Christmas.
Don't do it.
Yep. It is in your head right there. Just those few notes. It's in your head for the rest of the year because it's already made its way back on the streaming charts and is climbing. But perhaps, record scratch, maybe we should stop the music because the Queen of Christmas herself just released this PSA. Take a look.
Not yet. Not yet. I said not yet. Not yet. It's not time yet. Not yet.
All right, noted.
All right.
Understood. Mariah officially does not kick off her holiday celebrations every year until Halloween is over. But in fairness, some journalism here, we have to point out, All I Want for Christmas Is You was released 31 years ago today, which is before Halloween.
But I love that she knows to wait.
Yeah, she can wait. We do it in July.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's a year-round song at this point. It's evergreen, just like the tree.
Yeah, because what is the movie that it's in? Remember?
There's so
Love
many.
Actually.
Yes, Actually. That's
There you go. Michael showing up for the end of Pop News. Thank you.
Thank you, Will.
What? Coming up, 40 years of Pink.
I have a mark. I love that
All
movie.
right, 40 years of Pink, celebrating 40 years of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And this morning, Janae Norman's going to bring us a story of a father and his daughter who learned they would be fighting breast cancer together.
Yes, guys. Think about it. For a family to have one person fighting breast cancer, this family had two. 33-year-old Joelle Fleming and her dad, Alton, always had a lot to share, but nothing prepared them for 2023 when just weeks apart, both were diagnosed with breast cancer.
In January 2023, a gynecologist found a lump in Joelle Fleming's breast during an annual exam, just 5 months before her wedding.
She was kind of like, "Oh, do you not feel that?" And I was like, "No."
Despite having no symptoms, tests showed the Chicagoan had stage 2 triple positive cancer. She was 31 years old.
I had like a little self-care / pity party. And then I was like, cool, we're going to tackle this head on.
Joelle and her fiancé Michael decided to postpone their wedding a year. Joelle undergoing chemo and a double mastectomy at Northwestern Memorial in Chicago in early 2023. But 6 months into Joelle's treatment, her father Alton, who lives in Houston, noticed a lump while on a family vacation.
I just felt a pain in my left breast. It was hard. It just hurt.
A mammogram and biopsy showed the married dad of 3 also had breast cancer.
It was somewhat of a shock because if you look at the statistics, only about 1% of breast cancer cases are men.
I reacted worse to that news than I did my own diagnosis. Is he going to be okay?
Genetic testing showed the two had different types of cancer and no genetic markers, at least for now.
I would have absolutely suspected that there would have been a genetic link. There probably still is, but we haven't been able to identify it yet.
Cancer transforming into a team effort. And what a better coach for Alton than his own daughter.
The encouragement that she gave me throughout the process was fabulous.
June 22nd, 2024, Joelle and Michael finally had their wedding.
I can say I'm officially cancer-free.
Alton, bald from chemo on the big day, walked Joelle down the aisle and had a mastectomy 2 days later. Today, they're both cancer-free and closer than ever.
I'm so proud of how she handled her breast cancer diagnosis as she went through the process.
That's so sweet, Dad. Makes my heart happy knowing that I was able to do that for my dad.
A challenging road that they've been able to walk together, all worth it to be able to have Alton walk Joelle down the aisle. And something that she has also talked about separately, because she was just 31 years old when she was diagnosed, she had to think about preserving her fertility because of going through cancer treatment. So that was another thing on her plate while dealing with all of
So
this.
much. Handling it so well. They're a dynamic duo, those two.
I know, incredible.
It's a good lesson that men should get checked as well.
Yes,
my brother
absolutely.
went through it.
And my brother did too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, important reminders.
Yeah.
Thank you, Janae. Let's go to Ginger.
Thanks, George. And I'm here with Chef David Mayfield from Via Aurelia in San Francisco. He's here with a hearty and delicious soup recipe from his cookbook, Dad, What's for Dinner? I like the sound of that. So tell me, on GMA3, what's the soup you're making?
We're making a Tuscan bean and sausage soup. It's one of my favorite soups. It's super hearty. It's great for fall time and winter time. And I love making more than you need because you always have leftovers.
Oh, this is my favorite. It is so soup season. David is going to be back on GMA3 to show us how to make this soup. Now to a rare autoimmune condition impacting lives across the country. Generalized myasthenia gravis affects around 120,000 people nationwide. This segment is sponsored by Argenix, and I sat down with tennis legend Monica Seles and Renee Matthew, both spokespeople on a mission to share what it's like to live with it.
Tennis legend Monica Seles knows what it means to be a champion.
She's done it again.
Now, the 9-time Grand Slam winner is facing one of her biggest challenges off the court. Generalized myasthenia gravis is also known as GMG, an autoimmune condition that causes muscle weakness and fatigue.
How have you been feeling?
I've been feeling good, and it's been so exciting to be able to share my story. I was very nervous before coming out, and this is one of the reasons why I decided to partner really with Argenix to spread the word about MG and build a community because it has affected my day-to-day life.
A new Hulu special, Through My Eyes, is putting a spotlight on the condition.
I might not stand out in a crowd, but I live with something most people don't know.
The special, created with our sponsor Argenix, features Renee Matthews' journey to New York City with his wife Claudia as he rediscovers his cultural roots while living with GMG.
Wow.
The condition can cause ocular symptoms like double vision due to weakened muscles that control the eyes and eyelids.
Tell me what some of your first symptoms were.
Well, being a professional athlete, I was very aware of my body, and when I would be playing or doing clinics with kids, I noticed my movement. I really could not move. myself. And really the big one for me was the double vision. When you start seeing two balls, I knew something was off.
I was in my early 20s, and similar to the case of Monica, I was going to cross the street and I saw a car on top of each other. The development of the disease has been kind of a roller coaster. Some of the symptoms reappear in the form of muscle weakness. I fell on the ground like 3 times and so on, something that was totally unexpected. My arms felt weak and so on.
Renee and Monica, both spokespeople for Arginex, say they hope to help others living with GMG.
I've been an advocate of the condition and trying to help people understand how to live your daily lives and how not to limit yourself because you understand that you have this issue.
When you hear Renee speak, what is it like to hear his story?
Well, it gives me just so much hope, and that's really why I loved watching, through my eyes, because for me, when I was diagnosed, one of the biggest fears and that isolation, that depression that comes with it, us in the GMG community, it's an invisible disease. So I think the support system is so important.
Through My Eyes, From Seeing Double to Seeing Myself is streaming now on Hulu. You can tune in to see some hidden gems of New York City and learn a little bit more about GMG. Coming up, comedian Roy Wood Jr. right here telling us about his new memoir. Can't wait. Looks good.
We're back now with Roy Wood Jr. He's an Emmy-nominated producer, actor, and comedian. You'll know him from The Daily Show and his stand-up specials. Well, he's out with a new book now, The Man of Many Fathers, Roy Wood Jr. Welcome to GMA, man. Welcome back, by the way.
Man.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. I ain't seen you since last month.
I know. But I love this book, man, A Man of Many Fathers. It's about men who help shape you. And you called it, this is life lessons disguised as a memoir.
Yeah.
Why is now the right time for you to write this?
For me, I have a son, he's 9. And I feel like to be a better parent, we have to look at the people in our ecosystem, our village, who gave us our values. And my pops passed when I was 16. I didn't get everything I needed from him. And I look back and I reflect, and I got a lot of that from just different men. There were plenty of women in my life. My mom is still here, so I never innately sought out anything from women. I got it, but it was men where I always tended to gravitate towards. So I felt like now was the right time to write this book, because I really feel like if we stop and look at the people who made us, it can make us better people and make us better parents.
And as you said, it's like some of this is not what we can traditionally consider like a father figure. You know?
No, and not even in the structure of because when you think like father, you think like, oh, it was your coach.
Yep.
And oh, my scoutmaster helped me, and oh, that was a professor. What about that drunk dishwasher you worked with?
I'll be honest with you.
Did he not mentor you a little bit?
I had 2 that did for me.
See what I'm saying?
No, I did. I
So
really did.
it could be a weird coworker. It's like, man, when I did stand up and I was on the road, I did day labor because I'm in town for 3-4 days in a row. So I would go get day jobs. And the men that I worked with on these construction hits, there was game that was given. And I feel like that's worth sharing with people and leaving something for my son so that he can piece together who he is. I think that part of it is very important. I had a blessing to be able to do Finding Your Roots. And I found out a ton of things about my pops that I did not know. And we can all have these complicated histories with our parents, but there's so many pieces that are left out. And when I found that out, the book also became a journey through forgiveness and letting go of any resentment and, oh, well, I didn't get something. And there are too many people trying to raise children while holding on to what they didn't get as a child. You got to let that go if you're really going to move forward and be a great parent.
Very well said, man. Couldn't say it any better. We know you from The Daily Show.
Yep.
And in
CNN
this book,
now. I had to quit Daily
CNN
Show.
now. But when you're on The Daily Show, the one person you write about is former host Trevor Noah.
That's the homie.
Yeah, what did you learn from Trevor?
That's the homie, man. Trevor's in the book. Watching and observing someone not from this country have to navigate our politics, and they show that a lot of people did not want him to host. And for him to never let anger permeate his mindset and his approach to anything. I don't know how you do it. Like, I talk to Trevor about once every other week. We check in. Trevor be in different time zones.
You all over the place.
You don't know where he at. And Trevor he's never angry, and he's never used anger as a driving force in making choices or how he solves problems or how he addresses issues. And it's something I can't do, but I admire it.
That's part of his magic, though.
Yeah, but it gives you something to work at and understanding that. I think anger and frustration, focus is important. Anger can help you execute a solution. It cannot help you find one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And you know, Trevor's one of those people that, you know, one of those fathers, if you will, that I learned that from. And you really have to sit back and reflect on it and go, oh, wow. You needed that calm to help guide us through a lot of crazy times in this country.
All right, we have about 20 seconds here, but we saw a video of you making a special delivery here in New York City.
Taylor
your
and
first
Company
stop
books.
of your tour was right here. How excited are you in a few seconds to be on a world tour now? You know,
it is a blessing.
Nationwide.
It is a blessing to be on the tour, telling jokes all over the country, having conversations about this book. I want people to get this book and know that we are all the pieces of the people that have all touched us, man. And it's a blessing. I'm thankful.
I'm glad you brought up those dishwashers. I remember my guys now, man. They really gave me a certain mindset.
Some of mine
really
was on cocaine.
Well, all right,
it
Roy.
wasn't just alcohol.
This is Good Morning America, but you know, we go.
I'm just telling you. It's in the book. We're talking about
it's in the book. You gotta read the book, everybody. The Man of Many Fathers is available right now. Make sure you check it out, Roy Wood Jr. Thank you for being here, man.
For more news, check out what you need to know on Disney+.